Hello everyone. This is a pretty late stream for me currently. But I was looking at it and I was like, oh, we're pretty far into the event. We're doing good. Only to realize that this is kind of like a mission and it's not actually the event. The event is something separate. But I have to do this mission to get to the event. And so we're a little bit farther behind than we thought. And then, just as a reminder at the time of the stream that you are doing your double drops for relics, because relic farming is a pain. And when it comes to the planner Infinity, I have completely cleared the first realm, fully maxed out. The second one, I did not quite get as many points. And then currently we are, I'd say, about halfway through the cumulative points. So far so good on that. Alright, so we are going to hop right to it and continue with this quest.
It's getting late.
We will only be able to do an hour today, but an hour is better than nothing, I'd say.
The Supreme Guardian has briefed me on the situation and asked that I assist you in locating Topaz. Ready to enter Rivet Town? We'll go in together when everyone is set. Keep your guards up. We might run into IPC agents ahead.
Meanwhile, with Topaz and Svarog.
Destination reached.
Wow, would you look at that? Huh. I never would have guessed it'd be here. But I don't see any mech or weapons. This place is completely surrounded by mountains. Surely they can't be.
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed within the towering rock formations.
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton factory. It was right under our noses all along. Wait a minute. You said these weapons have been hidden here from the very beginning? That means the architects of Eurillo 6 never used them in their fight against the Legion.
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary knowledge for activating these weapons. The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by Elisa Rand, were human.
Ooh, which means that the items that the IPC left that supposedly have been accumulating interest were not even used.
I see. The stories about this world are truly captivating.
I would like to ask you a question, Topaz.
You're awful polite for a big robot. Ask. Don't be shy.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you convinced of this conclusion beyond any doubt?
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. Any world that comes into contact with a Stellaron is doomed. On the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a helping hand. But sooner or later, the underlying problems will resurface. A looming crisis can often lie hidden beneath the illusion of prosperity, unnoticed by many.
And at least from what we've seen of the event background, that this is probably where the event is going to be held.
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have any thoughts on the matter?
Emotional readings indicate that your response is sincere and accurate. That is all I wish to confirm regarding this matter. While my opinion on the future of this planet may differ from yours, it ultimately holds no weight. I am merely a tool, not a decision maker.
But you should have consulted with the actual decision maker, which is Branya. And also, I feel like her opinion has changed because didn't it seem like originally she was threatening with the IPC, like, oh, you don't pay your debt, and the IPC is gonna take over this world in a hostile manner, so this world is doomed, or Belebog is doomed. But now it's, oh, if the IPC doesn't take over, because of the Stellaron poisoning, that's why the world is doomed. Did I just misunderstand a prior discussion you all had?
If only my colleagues had the same self-awareness as you. Come on, Numby. We've got some assessing to do.
Are we gonna have to fight
Topaz
Svarog?
disappeared after leaving Rivet Town. In her absence, her subordinates flooded in and took over.
Are we gonna have to fight Svarog for like the 5th time?
The IPC soldiers are well equipped. It wouldn't be wise to fight them head on. Captain, what do you have in mind?
You're right, Miss Himiko. We'll be using the automaton stealth bomb to cover our tracks.
Automaton stealth bomb?
I'll explain later. Let's get moving.
Love my boy Gepard.
Look, down there! It's the IPC!
Keep noise to a minimum, everyone. We don't want to alert the enemy to our presence.
Okay, this is completely unrelated. But I enjoy cosplaying, but I also don't want to like fill up an entire wardrobe with cosplays like a lot of cosplayers do. And I kind of moved into that point in my life where instead of having like the cheap or cheap-ish cosplays from Korea or from like China, Korea, that kind of area, I kind of want to just have like a few really good quality ones. And so I was like, well, let's just boil it down to 3. Like, what are 3 really good cosplays that I want to have good quality ones? Because usually, going to a convention is usually around 3 days. So like, what's 3 good ones that I wouldn't mind wearing multiple times? And I had come up with 2 of them pretty easily. That I was like, oh, these 2, and then I need 1 more. And I couldn't think of what 1 more would be, and then it just suddenly popped into my head. I'm like, oh, obviously, Dead Space cursed outfit. The cursed, the marker, the insanity outfit. I don't know exactly what it's called. It's from the 3rd game, I believe. The co-op game. That most people didn't like. But it's the insanity marker outfit. That'll definitely be my 3rd one. The other one is a Hal Pendragon from the Ghibli movie, Howl's Moving Castle. And then Lucifer from Obey Me. His Halloween outfit, the event outfit. I wanted that card so bad, did not get it.
It's time to deploy the automaton stealth bomb.
Yeah, but wouldn't throwing a stealth bomb alert them more to the fact that there are people around?
Are you ready? Use the automaton stealth bomb to wipe out the IPC threats. Remember, try to avoid being noticed. Remaining hidden will increase our chances of success.
I feel like throwing a cloud of smoke is also not a great idea. Alright, when controlling the automaton stealth bomb, press the attack button to trigger self-detonation and stun all enemies in the attack race to complete the challenge. But if the automaton fails to stun all enemies at once, it's discovered by enemies. The challenge will be failed and written off. Try to avoid enemy line of sight and use sprint to approach your enemies and take them all down at once. Oh, we're the little guy. Okay, he does turn around. That's what I wanted to know. I'm sure that'll get harder. That's just like a little training one.
Wow! We wiped them all out in a single explosion! That's what you call efficiency!
It's a shame we had to resort to this method, but we had no choice.
You Silvermane guards sure are a righteous bunch.
I've seen standard issue robots like these before. It's an IPC field team leader.
Correct. The exterior is similar to the Grizzly, but its weapons and armor are more advanced. Hopefully the automaton stealth bomb will still be effective. Let me know when you're ready.
Let's go.
Are you ready? Use the automaton stealth bomb to wipe out the IPC threats. Remember, try to avoid being noticed. Remaining hidden will increase our chances of success.
I love that this man straight up is just employing bombs. Is there a way I can go around? Nope.
Oh no! They saw right through it!
It's all right. We prepared many backups. Try again. Are you ready? Remember.
Alright, let's try it again. Alright.
Oh no!
It's all right. Are you ready? Remember.
Stealth quests. Which I usually enjoy. It's just trying to get the timing on this because it takes a while for him to detonate. Because, like, he gets out of range too quickly. Ooh.
Oh no!
It's all right.
I'm gonna get stuck here, guys.
Remember.
Alright, let's try this again. I guess that didn't count.
Woohoo! The coast is clear!
To be honest, I didn't think it would be so powerful. Good thing everything went according to plan.
If you have remote activated bombs, why didn't you use these to
This
fight
is
the
the road that
Legion?
Topaz took when she left Rivet Town.
Let's find her and tell her about Bronya's decision.
This time, the gloves are off!
I'm sad that we only got to see March's outfit for a very short period of time. Once again, are we gonna have to fight you?
Mr. Svarog? Are you alright? I hope Topaz and her IPC henchmen didn't hurt you.
Greetings, outsiders. System functions are normal. I have had no conflict with the IPC's representatives. Such a result would be highly undesirable. Topaz is ahead. She had the means to force me to comply with her orders, but chose not to.
Only because you didn't go against her own interests.
From her perspective, the only way to preserve Belebog is by incorporating it into the IPC. While I do not agree with her viewpoint, I lack the computational power to provide evidence to the contrary. While it is unlikely, I still encourage the avoidance of any potential conflicts.
Unlikely potential? Meaning there could still be conflicts.
Don't worry, March. The Express never pursues conflict as a first means. But if it comes down to it, we won't back down either. That's how it's always been.
Himiko's right. As long as we can look at ourselves in the mirror and know we did the right thing, that's all that matters.
I imagine I'll get to explore this area, like this will be a new area on the map.
Why would Topaz come here? Is she looking for something?
It's possible. Many mysteries lurk beneath the surface of this world.
Are we gonna fight her? Seems battle arena-y.
Oh, hey there, slowpokes. I was starting to think you weren't gonna show up. This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Topaz. I'm Himiko, the Astral Express's navigator.
Oh, wow. I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himiko. Some of my colleagues dream about meeting you. I'd be surprised if you didn't. Don't underestimate the reputation of the Nameless out among the stars. You're following in the footsteps of the great Akavili, after all.
I'm pleased to see how well everyone's been getting along. Topaz, based on your greeting, I presume you have a good grasp of the current situation?
Of course! The deadline has already passed, but Branya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess what's holding her back.
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of opposing the IPC or its board of directors. But we have very dear friends on Eurilla 6. Standing idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract goes against everything the Nameless are about.
Miss Himeko, sorry for interrupting, but this doesn't sound like a negotiation.
We needn't waste our time, March. She made her decision 10 minutes ago.
There's no fooling the Astral Express. You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other is wrong. However, to keep things moving forward, there's usually only one solution.
Huh? What do you mean?
Violence, violence, violence.
My superiors have granted me the approval I need. I wish. So many eager faces. I won't keep you in the dark any longer. Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express.
We have
The
fought
best kept secret to getting something over the line. Always be ready to turn the tables. Go, Numby. Projects under my wing have no room for error.
Oh, that's cool. It can use its teleportation power for her.
Just a scratch. Rules are made to be broken.
Here, there's thunder.
You will notice that my Locha is a lot more fragile than it used to be, than he used to be. I did some like rearranging on everybody's relics, and I did not have the credits to max out all of the relics again, so a few of those are at like 1 or 3 level. And so they're quite fragile currently.
Show no mercy. Here, there's thunder.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Oh, trifling. Receive divinity. The dead return!
Rules are made to
But
be
yeah,
broken.
so as I was stating earlier, is like if a lot of the materials that they quote-unquote left for the people 700 years ago, if they did not get used, a lot of times they should not be charged the entrance for those materials, especially if they left stuff that was unoperable by the inhabitants, because then it's like, oh, I'm gonna leave you a smartphone, and I'm going to be charging you interest for the use of this smartphone. But if no one is around that knows how to use the smartphone, it cannot be used, and therefore, keeping them under contract would be unfair. So I'm curious if that will play in
Never falters.
to allow them to kind of like wiggle out of the debt, or to reduce it, because they'd be able to reclaim the,
Trifling.
they'd be able to reclaim the materials. But yeah, so because this is probably gonna take a while, because my team is not built for heavy damage, but just survivability. So I imagine that big guy, that tanky guy, is gonna take a hot minute.
The dead return!
For more quality outfits, and so you usually see at least one Howl at conventions, so excited to add myself to the roster. I just don't know if I want to go for his, like, which form of him, because on one hand I would love to do his bird form. I think his bird form would be a lot of fun to do. And it's also the only form of his that you don't see very often. Most people, you see his initial outfit at the beginning of the movie with the blonde hair and the purple coat. But then you also have his black hair form, which is really good, but a little less recognizable. And then of course his bird monster form. But I think I really am interested in doing the bird monster form. But for ease, it'd be easier to do the blonde hair version. Get him in his bob. Lucifer from Obey Me has a lot of great outfits, but like I am absolutely taken by the Halloween event. It wasn't recent. I think it was like last year's Halloween event. Where they all get possessed by the mask that they're wearing. Oh my gosh, that event was amazing. And his like almost plague doctor outfit is so good. I would love to put it together. Plus it's a really easy one because it's like he's got like an overcoat kind of thing.
Never falters.
And considering I'm still wearing like a mask around because I live with people who are like immune deficient, and the plague still exists. It did not just go away. That would be great for me because he wears a mask the entire time, so I wouldn't need to feel like I'd have like some protection built into the outfit. And then same thing with the Dead Space outfit. Both of them have masks, so if I wanted to go all out, of course I would also do like the face cosplay, so I could take the mask off and be like, haha, I'm also the character underneath. The Dead Space one is probably going to be a lot of 3D printing, to be honest. But a lot of the Dead Space suits, people have created the entire suit as files that you can 3D print, so that one might actually be the easier one to get a hold of. It'll just be doing the painting and whatnot to be the markings from the Insanity outfit with the marker. Because Dead Space did create like an actual language that the marker runes go with, so you can translate the entire suit.
Show no mercy.
Which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, I would love to put those three together. I don't know if there's any other that I like really want to have a good quality cosplay of. One cosplay I did see that was amazing quality and like the details were great, was a Resident Evil, I think it was Resident Evil 2, was a Resident Evil 2 outfit of Leon prior to me getting into Resident Evil, which I swear is what always happens, is I'll see like an amazing cosplay of a character from a video game right before I get into it, so I don't like take as many pictures as I probably should, because that happened with, I got into Final Fantasy 15 quite literally like a month after I went to the convention, where I saw a group of friends who did like a group cosplay, and it was a really good group cosplay of the Final Fantasy 15 boy band. I should have taken so many photos. I regret it so much. Same thing with the Resident Evil 2 Leon that I saw. This really good quality Leon. Because he even had like the recordings from the original Resident Evil 2 playing in his walkie-talkie of like Jill contacting him. And his police outfit was immaculate. It was great. I didn't take a ton of photos because I wasn't into Resident Evil at the time. I just complimented him on his outfit and I kept going. But then I swear, same time frame, like 2 months later, I got into Resident Evil and I'm like, man, I did not take as many photos as I should have. But I have noticed recently that like less people are cosplaying than they used to, which kind of sucks. But I feel like a lot of like group gatherings, the like culture behind them have changed quite a bit. Some stuff has been added and a lot of stuff has been taken away. Like the community of cosplay has definitely changed a lot since COVID. So. That's pretty much what I was been thinking of with cosplay. What else? But yeah, I really just don't want to have like a closet full of cosplays. I'd rather just have like 3 good quality cosplays that I can just pull out for pretty much every convention. 3 good quality cosplays that take a lot of dressing up because taking your cosplays from point A to point B can be really expensive if they have a lot of moving parts. Say, for example, the Dead Space outfit. But I also kind of want 3 good cosplays that are just soft material cosplays. That way, if I go to a convention in another state, I don't have to bring like a bajillion pieces of luggage or ship my cosplay to the hotel. Because I feel like outside of maybe his hats, I could probably pack up the Lucifer outfit and take it with me in my suitcase because he's just like wearing an overcoat and whatnot. It's more simple. But yeah, so pretty, like 3 like fancy, like over-the-top outfits, and then 3 like plain, like, oh, I don't really feel like doing a ton of makeup and stuff today, and I can just essentially toss it on and be on my way. Never falters. The only reason I'm surviving this long is because Gepard. I wonder what happens if you lose here. Like, if you get defeated by the automatons or the IPC. What happens? Do you just have to, like, start the fight over again? But considering that they introduced that stealth mechanic, and then only made us do it twice, I'm willing to bet in the event that we're gonna have to use that stealth mechanic quite a bit.
Rules are made to be broken.
Also, I did not state I'm curious what happens if you lose, because I actually wanted to lose. So if my characters could, especially when we're this close to finally defeating the robot after persistence hunting him. Pretty sure we've been doing this fight for like 5 minutes now.
Conflict is pitiless.
It'll take more than that.
Come on.
Here, this thunder.
Oh, finally. I imagine we'll have to do at least one more fight with Topaz, maybe with Sparog too. Like she takes control of Sparog and makes him fight.
wonder the Astral Express is so highly regarded. Finished warming up? Now it's my turn.
Stop! All of you, put down your weapons.
Branya! You're here just in time. Things were about to get out of control.
Supreme Guardian. I was starting to wonder whether you'd left the Express crew to fend for themselves. That would hardly be becoming of you.
I would never do such a thing. There was an important matter that required my attention.
More important than this?
You kind of feel like a diva, like all attention on me kind of diva.
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short, I need you to help us evaluate our current progress.
Help you? That's interesting. I was under the impression you'd already decided to obstruct our operations here.
I have read your letter word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experiences truly touched me. Your hometown once experienced a similar catastrophe to Yarillo 6. So I can understand your perspective on the issue and the position you have taken. It's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope. Despite all that's happened, I hope we can still find common ground through peaceful means.
I cannot get over these Fabergé eggs. These just drive me insane.
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for my behavior just now. It was, inappropriate. I admire your determination. Seeing as we've come this far, I've changed my mind. I'll hold off a little longer and see what you have to show me. But remember, winning over the higher-ups won't be easy.
I understand. That's why I've been taking things one step at a time. The first step was changing your mind. Members of the Express, we'll need your help too.
That's probably not enough XP to max out Himiko. Alright.
What a dismal sight. This district. Have you been here before?
Yes. This is where we put an end to it all.
And then began again.
That's right.
Are we gonna go see the giant
Sorry for the
robot?
delay. Are we clear to proceed?
The path ahead is clear, Madam Guardian. You and your companions can proceed north without hindrance.
Excellent. The mountain road ahead is a little treacherous. Watch your step. Let's go.
Okay, are we going up to where the Stellaron was? Gonna go see the giant mecha?
What is this place? We've never been here before, right?
We've only recently discovered this domain. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to show you is just ahead.
Okay, another new map area. That's fun. Oh, it's the mecha.
Look. The people of Belebog have not given up. We just want to give them a chance. Do you two recognize that broken down machine over there? I thought you might. Miss Topaz, I know you've done a lot of research into Belebog. I was wondering if there was any information on the engine of creation in your records?
Not at all. Which is why I find it so incredible. Such a massive feat of engineering, yet there's not a single mention of it in any of the Strategic Investment Department's reports.
I may know the reason why. The engine of creation was constructed solely by the people of Belebog, without any external assistance. The project was led by the first Supreme Guardian, Alyssa Rand. While warriors fought on the front lines, the engineers worked tirelessly behind the scenes, designing and constructing it.
So what you're saying is the engine of creation was a weapon constructed by the Belebogians themselves?
Yes, but not entirely. The engine of creation was commissioned for combat shortly after its completion, and played a significant role in the battles against the Legion. But Alyssa Rand had a long-term vision, one that nobody anticipated. For a long time, this feat of engineering was codenamed the Geological Reconstruction Unit. It was actually given a much grander purpose: to help the Belebogians rebuild their homeland and restore their world to its former glory, after driving away all those who threatened it.
Remarkable. A vision that would transcend both time and generations of Belebogians. Madame Rand was truly an inspiring leader. Not to take away from the Supreme Guardian in front of me. She's quite the inspiring leader as well.
Thank you. But I didn't really do anything. All I did was bring the people of Belebog together and make them aware that our hard-earned freedom was under immense threat once again. If we want to preserve this freedom, we must act and show those who doubt us that we, Belebog, have the will and the ability to control our own destiny. The outcome of our mobilization speaks for itself. The children of Belebog have made their decision. They have chosen to preserve this homeland with their own two hands.
I must say, I didn't anticipate this at all. I'll fight for this opportunity for you, Branya. I shouldn't have conflated your own circumstances with my childhood. That was a serious lapse of judgment on my part. My world never had a resolute leader, so people gave up on the idea of saving themselves long ago. But your civilization has persisted through the snow and storms for 700 years. A truly admirable feat.
Then, are you willing to retract your previous decision? As for the debt, we'll find a way to gradually repay it. But it'll take some time.
Unfortunately, the acquisition of Eurilo 6 is a strategic decision that's been approved by the IPC's top brass. Even if I wanted to overturn it, convincing them would be extremely difficult, unless...
I just feel like, don't look at me, I don't know.
Worry, Miss Topaz. Myself and all of the nameless aboard the Astral Express are willing to vouch for this world.
Fantastic. That might just work. As for the, reports and potential accountability, I'll handle it.
Miss Topaz, you mentioned accountability.
Don't worry, it's nothing I can't handle. There are more important things than titles and ranks. Finding the best solution is what matters most. If that's what they want to do, then so be it. I've long passed the stage of working just for money.
Thank you so much for all you've done. I never thought we'd drag the Express into a crisis again. Much less one that might cause a rift between you and the IPC.
Rift? I wouldn't go that far. Also, it's me who's mostly to blame. I didn't keep my subordinates in check. 17? Oh! I think I might know who you're talking about. You could say he's a special case. For most people, the interview process is much shorter.
I'm glad we're able to discuss some lighter topics. Well, you all need some rest after everything you've been through. I've arranged rooms for you all at the Goethe Hotel, Miss Topaz. If you need somewhere comfortable to stay.
I appreciate the offer, but I need to head back and deliver my reports. It's been great getting to know you both. I hope we can work together again in the future. Only next time under better circumstances.
You know, I'd heard you and March speak highly of the Supreme Guardian before, but seeing her methods firsthand left me in awe. We should also be glad that Ms. Topaz is the one in charge of the Eurilo 6 project. If it were someone else from the Strategic Investment Department, things might have gotten complicated. That tells me you really don't understand the Strategic Investment Department. Let's talk about this later, when you're back on the Express. You and Marge must be tired after such an incredible journey. It's time you got some well-deserved rest.
Trying to see if there's anyone we know that we should interact with. Well, there's only like 5 to find. Oh. Mini books. Oh. Workbench. I heard the treasure chest just now.
I was worried things were gonna get ugly again. A peaceful solution is always the best solution. Speaking of solutions, are they repairing that giant robot? The one we fought against? I remember you took control of it and helped us defeat Cacolia. Right, I'd totally forgotten. That's the whole reason we came here in the first place.
And you've got a nifty outfit and everything.
Looks like everyone in the city's helping with construction. Doubt there'll be much time for celebrating. Still, look on the bright side. We got to meet a top IPC executive. The trip wasn't a complete waste, right?
Okay, I hear the trip. Oh, it's like I hear it. Where is it? Turns around for 5 seconds. Oh. Oh, there's the last one. A trash can covered in a thick frost, not remarkable in any way. Sure, there is some trash can lore around. Space anchor. Okay. Now that we have gotten all the exploration for the new area. But the engine of creation does look really cool. Like,
It's getting late.
not gonna lie, that is some amazing scenery that they've made for the background.
I've been wondering, how did you figure out what was happening here on Belebog, Himeko?
Well, you know, keeping an eye on the crew is just another part of a navigator's job.
I feel like her and Nami would get along well. Are we gonna have hallucinations in the bedroom again? Can we sleep in the closet? No.
March was looking forward to the Soulwarm Festival for ages. Looks like she's missed her chance this time. I never thought this trip would be so Tiring. Time for bed.
Oh my gosh, his yawn made me yawn. His late night stream.
In light of the events that have transpired, we will be taking the following disciplinary measures against you. Your rank will be demoted from P45 to P44 with corresponding adjustment to your basic salary. All bonuses for the current cycle will be revoked, including stock options and performance bonuses. You will need to submit an additional report regarding this incident to Diamond. If you have any objections to this penalty, you may also file an appeal in writing.
I have no objections.
Understood. Is there anything else anyone would like to add? If there are no further remarks, this meeting is concluded.
You only got demoted 1 rank? Phew, you dodged a bullet there. Pretty big project to mess up on. Someone must be looking out for you. Oh, they've already left the call. Ugh, this voice changer is driving me crazy.
Let me turn it off.
I was gonna say, is it gonna be Sampo? Because Sampo's the shadiest, but I don't think I recognize that right offhand.
Aventurine, why are you still on the line?
Hey, what's with the hostility? It's not like I'm your boss. Oh, wait. I guess I am now. My apologies. I'm still getting used to my new place in the hierarchy.
Can I help you? If you've got something to say it already.
Oh, nothing important. Just checking in on you. I told you Eurillo 6 would be a high-risk, low-reward case. Why do you even bother? In our line of work, having a kind heart can be more of a liability than an asset. If you're not careful, you'll end up leading yourself down a dead-end road.
Anything else? If not, I'm hanging up.
Wait. Hold on a minute. Don't hang up. I get it. You're not in the mood for this conversation right now. Okay. How about this? Something that might interest you. While you were enjoying your playtime on Eurillo 6, Diamond was busy taking care of the head honcho of the Building Material Logistics Department. That's why he didn't attend today's meeting.
Terravan?
That's right. The renowned Terravan. One of the 7 board members. He's throwing his support behind us instead of the Marketing Development Department for once. Oswaldo won't be laughing anymore. Diamond's been a great help to both of us. Your antics on such a crucial day can't exactly have painted the Strategic Investment Department in a good light, you know? Since you get the point, let's get down to business. I'm currently at Pierpoint. There's a major deal that could affect the whole department. I just so happen to need a reliable project manager for the job. What do you say, old friend?
Huh. And what prompted the mighty Aventurine to start collaborating with others?
Penacony. What else?
What?
That's right. Now that's the kind of reaction I was hoping for.
Hold on a minute. Diamond picked you for this project? I was expecting someone like Opal or Obsidian to handle it. At least someone higher than rank P46.
Okay, so all of these people are named after different rocks, because Diamond, Opal, Obsidian, Aventurine, Topaz.
Honestly, who knows? The family has some pretty questionable characters. If you ask me, doing business with them is a lost cause. But as we both know, the IPC does more than just business deals. Guess it's my time to shine. So, how about it? This is a rare opportunity. Consider it. You never know, you might even be able to make up for your blunder on your Eurillo 6.
I'll get back to you later.
I guess this is how they're...
Seems like it's just one wild ride after another.
It's a really interesting way to introduce Aventurine, a new character. In a way that's not, like, weird, because Topaz showing up on Belebog...
I hope I made the right decision this time.
Makes sense. But to introduce, like, Aventurine and get the IPC more involved is interesting. it's one of the bears that she wanted to see.
This snow is mesmerizing.
Could we see through that bear? I swear I saw the tree through it. Can we go back a few frames? Okay. Sunny deeds beget rainy needs. Alright, what's this? As you can see, I'm getting very close to maxing out this thing for this month, which I will be buying the battle pass if I get through all of it. Do we have a text message? Who's this? Hello, is this Kalis? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to say yes. Wrong person, but the number here suggests otherwise. Anyway, please allow me to introduce myself. I'm Welder from the International Peace Corporation Strategic Investment Department. You can't be high up if you're under Diamond if you're not named after a rock. I'm here to recommend you a video game. Doesn't your company have other ways for promotion? Even with so much advanced technology, text messages are still the best way to develop a rapport with people. Now please allow me to get back to the introduction. This game is called Ethereum Wars. Okay, this is introducing the event. That's gonna end in like 5 days. It's a galactic tier, top class, AAA cultural brand spearheaded by IPC's marketing and development department in collaboration with the International Network and International Peace Media. Let's get to the point. Don't worry, I'm getting there. Ethereum Wars is a card collection game. It's nothing like the ordinary trading card games you've imagined. Oh my gosh, is this the TCG card game that everybody stated? Like, oh, they added it into Genshin. No one was really a fan of it. And now that they've forcefully added it into Honkai, oh my gosh. Are they even selling this game in like a physical copy? Like, why are they pushing this game so hard? Here you can use the IPC's cutting-edge Aether copying technology to record any creature you've ever seen into an Aether coin. And then you can print them out and use them to compete against other players. Let's your Aether spirits fight for your glory. How's that sound? Pretty cool, right? No. Why are you so excited all of a sudden? Well, to be honest, I'm actually a huge fan of Aether Wars myself. Anyway, if you're interested, feel free to come to Rivet Town Plaza on Real 6 to try it for yourself. We'll be holding the International Tournament Festival, a great offline carnival for all Ethereum Wars fans. Please do come and enjoy it. Sure. No problem, I'll be here waiting for you. They just, as long as they don't make, Jing Yuan the spearhead, like, mascot of this game, because they already have him doing it as his voice actor doing it from Genshin as Sino. Please don't make Gepard be the spokesperson for Belebog. I will actually cry if they make my boy Geppy do this.
Who's wilder? And what's Ethereum Wars? Oh, really? Let me see. Using the IPC's cutting-edge ether copying technology, we can record any creature you've seen inside of an ether coin. Just print it out and compete against other players. Let your ether spirits fight for your glory.
They're repeating it just in case you didn't read it and just skip through the dialogue.
Oh, seems pretty neat, don't you think?
No, not if it's just the TCG card game from Genshin reskinned for Honkai.
I mean, yeah. Want to check it out on the way?
Not particularly.
Why do you look so unimpressed?
I'm glad that they put in an option to hate this, because they knew what they were doing. The developers were like, we know.
Seriously, think about it. It's ether copying. I've only ever heard of that Stellaron Hunter girl using this kind of tech.
Kafka's been reduced to oh wait, I was supposed to be like, you do not disrespect Kafka in such a way, but I'm like, oh, are they referring to the hacker Silverwolf? Still, reducing it to Stellaron Hunter Girl, shade.
Come on, let's go. Just think of it as keeping me company for a while. It's at the Rivet Town Plaza, right? Let's hit the road. There's no time like the present.
I hope that Hook is the spearhead campaign person for this, because it would make sense for the child to be the one that's like super excited for this game. Trying to find the closest teleport point. We're coming up close to an hour. Hopefully I can get like at least the beginning part of this event's done. Because if it's just a bunch of like essentially TCG card battles, I can do that when I'm not streaming.
Was it him that texted you?
So that you all don't have to watch me do card battles for like an hour.
I knew you'd come. Come on, let's chat about Ethereum Wars. I've been playing it for 18 years, so ask me anything. I'll tell you everything I know.
Yeah. Can you give us an overview?
Why, it'd be my pleasure. I could talk to you about Ethereum Wars all day. Ethereum Wars. The name says it all. It's a collectible card game that uses ether copying tech, and ether coins are what you use to play. Using an ether coin, players can store creatures they've encountered in the form of an ether, and then manifest them as ether spirits to battle against other players. Collect, battle, train, and upgrade. That's Ethereum Wars' motto.
I never expected the corporation to know anything about ether copying tech. I thought that was something only punk lordian hackers could handle.
Okay, she was talking about Silverwolf.
You're right. The technology itself originated from Punk Lord, but with the relentless efforts of the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild, we've also gained a basic understanding of how to edit ether. We might not be able to manipulate the data of reality as easily as those hackers can, but we're not far behind.
I think it'd be better if the IPC avoided it. It sounds pretty dangerous. You mentioned something about the Interastral Tournament Festival? What is that?
Oh, great question! The festival is actually a tournament organized by the Ethereum Wars Gaming Association at the end of each season, and is open to players from across the universe. Gamers will come together to relax, share tips and tricks, and have a blast playing the game. However, due to Stellaron's blocking interstellar routes, the festival was changed to online attendance at the last minute. Nevertheless, for those who insist on attending in person, our offline venue is still open to them.
Sounds like the association really cares about their players.
Well, that's...
Do we have to start an interrogation right now? I know the IPC aren't exactly our friends, but that's not just his fault. That's right. Any idea where we can give it a spin?
I can't believe it. I finally managed to successfully promote the game.
Is it that difficult? Oh, wait, does this game suck?
No, of course not. It's just, as someone who's been playing this game for so long, I guess it's hard for those who haven't played it to understand. I swear on my reputation that this game is truly the best form of entertainment out there. I'll take the rap if you don't like it. There's no time to waste. Since you're both interested, let me take you to the festival service hall to register your accounts. This way.
Okay.
The atmosphere here is so different now. It's so lively.
So you guys have been here before? The corporation recently saw the potential in Eurilo 6 and decided to renovate this old weapon.
Oh. Cut him off.
Take a look. This is where the Interastral Tournament Festival will be held this year. The Ethereum Wars Gaming Association specifically chose this planet to help rejuvenate it and bring it up to date with the latest trends.
Good. Everything is going according to plan.
Is that... Mr. Giovanni, is that you?
Oh, Wilder! I was just wondering where you'd got to. And you brought along a handsome gentleman and a beautiful young lady. Welcome to my arena. If I'm not mistaken, you're the Trailblazers, right? So, I presume you two have heard about the Interastral Tournament Festival. Have you come to show off your skills?
Well, between the mask, the voice, and the laugh he just gave out, I'm going to suspect that he might be the villain of our event.
Oh, psst. Look at his mask. Pretty cool, don't you think?
And since they're emphasizing the mask, I wonder if he's part of the masked fools.
Just as I expected. You're exactly as they say in the rumors. My name is Giovanni Di Giorgio de Epsilon, a humble private trader from Epsilon and the sole sponsor of this year's Interastral Tournament Festival.
I am literally digging Pegasus. This man is giving Pegasus vibes so bad from Yu-Gi-Oh!
If there's anything I can do for you, don't hesitate to ask.
I would love...
Thanks for introducing yourself, Mr. Giovanni D... something.
I would love to play as this man.
You seem like a pretty important person. What brings you to this kind of place?
That is so rude, Kalis.
Oh, you truly live up to your reputation as the saviors of Belebog. Such keen insight. Now, let me answer Miss March's question. As you can see, the Interastral Tournament Festival is about to be held on this beautiful, icy planet. And as the sole sponsor of this event, it's only natural for me to come to the tournament venue and check on its operations. Furthermore, I'd also like to get to know the players of the tournament, including yourselves. One can never have too many friends when it comes to doing business in this vast universe of ours.
He gives me... What is the man? It's another character they just drip marketed, and his hair is very similar. It's Dr. Ratio, Mr. Ratio, something like that. His hair looks very similar.
If you'd be willing to call me friend, it would be a great honor to have you as such.
And since there's a lot of people that are always hiding their identities in this game, like giving out fake names, hiding behind masks, obviously like very prominent in this one, I'm curious if like what his actual identity is, because I don't believe it's the one he gave us.
Wow, weird mask, strange vibes, a little out of touch, but he seems friendly enough, right?
You don't say this right in front of them.
I suppose. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Giovanni.
To have made friends like you. Oh, what a joyous day. I believe Wilder has already filled you in on the Ethereum Wars, but if you have any questions about the Interastral Tournament Festival, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you.
Mr. Giovanni, let me take care of it. It's my job, after all.
Don't worry, Wilder. It's only natural that I introduce the festival to my new friends here. You can go ahead and attend to other matters while I show these two around.
Thank you, Mr. Giovanni. I'll be off then.
Feel free to ask me about the Interastral Tournament Festival and the venue. Is there anything in particular you'd like to know? Belebog's weapon testing ground. At least it was 700 years ago. While renovating this place, we stumbled upon quite a few automaton production lines, all covered in thick layers of dust. Several hundred years ago, the people of Belebog tested the performance of their combat automatons here. But now, under my sponsorship, the IPC and the Ethereum Wars Gaming Association have transformed this place into the competition venue for the tournament. In other words, this place is now my arena.
The way he was very possessive over the word arena is concerning.
Of course! This project has been approved personally by the president of the Belebog Architecture Guild and the Minister of Culture. As for whether they received the approval of the Supreme Guardian, well, that's beyond my knowledge and involvement. That's all I can share about that at the moment. Is there anything else you'd like to know? Indeed. Have you seen the big circular platform down below? When the championship commences, this space will serve as the arena for Ethereum Wars players to showcase their skills, and where they'll vie for supremacy. During the festival, you'll have the chance to mingle with players from all over the universe, share experiences, level up your ether spirits, and challenge each other.
This man seems like the rich person from The Greatest Game that just desperately wants to see bloodshed.
Ah, yes, my apologies. I should have mentioned this earlier, but because of the well-known Stellaron problem, many players won't be able to attend in person. So it's likely you'll mostly encounter familiar faces during the event.
We don't have enough people to do like a bunch of different character models, and so you're going to be stuck with people you've already met.
It's simple. First, you need to register your account at a terminal in this festival service hall. Oh, you haven't created one, correct?
Nope. I was dragged here.
After you've successfully created and registered your account, I'll delve into all the details of the festival. But for now, you'll have to deal with the suspense for just a little bit longer. You've certainly got quite the active imagination.
I have no idea what I actually clicked. I just clicked the next option.
Rest assured, I'm just passionate about gaming. I love observing how players compete and cooperate with each other.
I'm telling you, greatest game, rich man.
I have no hidden agendas, I can assure you of that. I swear on my reputation and my mask.
Why do I feel like you're up to something? Oh, that's what it was.
Actually, I have a question. You've been explaining a lot about the venue, but I'm still confused about the game. Can we actually give it a go?
Why, of course, not a problem. I'll make an exception just for you. You can borrow my ether spirits and experience the thrill of battle.
I finally remembered what his hair reminds me of, except for like outside of Dr. Ratio's. It's the inverse of Sampo's hair, because Sampo has purple hair and with white tips, and his hair is white with purple tips.
What's all the commotion?
Hey, twerp! Hand over that coin.
Oh, you little brat! Who said you could touch this?
But this is mine. I found it on the ground.
Hey, that's enough. Picking on a kid, are we?
Outworlder lady, careful. They're dangerous.
Don't sweat it. Leave them to us.
I say, my IPC friends, I can see how captivated you are by that coin. Am I right in assuming that you're also Ethereum Wars players?
Where did that masked dude come from? And what does it have to do with you, whether I'm a player or not?
I think you have no room to stand up, or no leg to stand on about this masked dude when you all are in combat uniforms.
Exactly! What's it to you? Sneaking around with a mask on? You must be some kind of creep.
What I'm getting at is this. Since you're both players, why not have a showdown to settle the matter? Following the proper rules of the game, of course. But instead of this young boy, I propose that this gentleman and Miss March be the challenger. If they lose, the coin will naturally become yours, and you can do as you wish with it. But if you lose, I would kindly ask that you gracefully accept defeat and refrain from causing any more trouble in my arena. Are we all in agreement?
How about I use a bat to resolve our differences? But I've never played.
Not to worry. Mr. Giovanni will explain it all, right?
Oh, why, of course. I assure you that I will do everything in my power to assist you both. Here are a few beginner-level ether spirits for you. They'll help you get the hang of the game's pace and rules. If you have trouble handling these beginner spirits, it might indicate that this game isn't the best choice for you.
You've got some nerve.
You're in for a rude awakening. Prepare to face the might of Topaz's support squad.
They give me Team Rocket vibes. Jesse and James. Alright. I played TCG. And okay. In Ethereum Wars, you and your opponent will engage in battle using spirits. Can be sorted into mechanical, humanoid, and, okay, the triangle, fire, water, earth. And da-da-da. So, base attack can be recovered. Oh my gosh. Faster, please. Uh-huh. Is this not just the game we have been playing? This just feels like a simplified version of the game we have been playing.
Who's boss? Are you okay, Eric?
Thanks, Miss March. I'm fine.
I was wondering the same thing. Why would they pick on someone half their size?
I don't know. I just found this coin on the floor.
Based on the appearance of the coin alone, it's difficult to discern any significance. As for who it belongs to, that's also a mystery. Didn't they mention something else? Topaz?
Yeah, they mentioned Miss Topaz. What's that all about?
I mean, they're just the subordinates of Miss Topaz and seem to be fans of her.
Oh, I know. They said they were members of Miss Topaz's support squad. They said they'd gather the strongest ether spirits from across the universe and give them to her, so she could win the tournament.
Is it an ether coin? You know, the ones that you scan people with?
Huh? Would Miss Topaz stoop so low? I can't believe she'd be that desperate.
Oh, well, she doesn't seem to have a firm grasp on her employees and subordinates, so I imagine they're doing it at their own violation.
I think there must be some kind of misunderstanding. I have had some interactions with Miss Topaz, and this doesn't seem like her way of dealing with people.
I suppose that means this coin doesn't belong to Miss Topaz after all. I wonder whose it could be. It doesn't seem to have any info on it.
Indeed. There is no information on the ether coin that could help us trace it back to its owner. It seems returning it to its rightful owner will be quite the challenge.
Wait, you just stated you had no idea what the coin was, but now you're like, oh, it's an ether coin. I just don't know who it belongs to.
I think it'd be better if you kept it. I have no clue what this is or how to play that Therium Wars thingy. I bet you guys can find a better use for this coin than me.
I see. Well, when you put it that way, looks like we'll hold on to it for now. What do you think, Mr. Giovanni?
I have no objections. After all, trading and training are all part of Ethereum Wars. I say, why not put the coin to good use?
It's settled then. I need to go home now. My dad's still waiting for me.
He just wandered off. Maybe we ought to take him home? What if he bumps into more IPC goons?
Oh, no need to worry. The majority of the IPC's employees are quite professional. Wouldn't dream of tarnishing their company's reputation. Now, I suggest that both of you summon the coin's ether spirit. After all, it's the first one that you've truly acquired for yourselves. It'd be nice for you to get to know each other, don't you think?
Oh, you're right! Let me see. How does this coin work again?
I feel like, since specifically the Aether Spirits seem to be the Legion's monsters, and the Punklordians' like abilities when it comes to downloading objects is moving them from one point of space to another, that I feel like the agenda or like what's going to happen is all these people are going to essentially what they think are Aether Spirits but are actually like Legion spawn, it's going to like their stock gonna whatever's controlling the Legion from the ether coins is gonna wear off or is going to be turned off, and we're gonna have an entire like army of monsters in one place.
There we go. It's Warp Trotter?
A Warp Trotter? This is quite a rare ether spirit, but they're not very powerful. Why would those IPC folks be after it?
Because Topaz has a pet Warp Trotter, so that makes sense.
Looks like the little guy's scared. What do we do? What do we do? Did we do something wrong?
Don't worry, Miss March. It's likely the Warp Trotter is just naturally timid. I must say, though, this one is a bit peculiar. Ether spirits are usually just digital representations of creatures. They shouldn't possess any specific traits.
Well, from the quests we've done with Warp Trotters, it seems like they could literally go into things, so I wouldn't be surprised if, by trying to make a manifestation of it, it pulled one into reality.
According to their programming, ether spirits are supposed to obediently follow a player's commands and faithfully execute their instructions. Which doesn't seem to be the case right now.
So what now? Maybe you could try giving them a command? Looks like it didn't work.
I see. They're likely acting this way due to some sort of data anomaly or discrepancy. It would be best to report this issue to the Ethereum Wars project team, so they can address it accordingly.
But wouldn't that mean getting rid of them? No way! We can't hand them over to the IPC. Let's just keep them, okay? Awesome! I knew you wouldn't abandon such a cute and defenseless creature. Alrighty then. Let's take this little fella with us to the festival. Now I think it's time we came up with a catchy name for them. Got any good ideas? I'll lend you an extra brain cell.
Not us sharing the brain cells. But I literally had a thought and the brain cell killed it. Oh, I was gonna say, the Trailblaze, like, the main characters of these games are canonically really bad at giving out names. We gotta get we gotta get Dun Hung for this. Warp Trotter, Trotter, Bubbles, Puffball. Give me another minute.
No problem. Take your time.
Ivory Menace, Chunky Chops, Turbo Trotter, Trotter Lord.
No problem. Take your time.
Oh, that's all we got. I don't really feel like Puffball is the way to go. Bubbles makes no sense. I don't want to make Chunky Chops makes me sad. Turbo Trotter, Trotter Lord. Oh, for like the Punk Lord thing.
Really? Sounds a little... it's up to you. Do you want to try something different?
Trotter Lord.
Look, look! They're reacting! Seems like they really like this name. Alrighty then. Even though I don't know where you're from or how you got here, let's go and win that tournament. Of course, it'd be even better if we could unravel the mystery of your past along the way. Come on, stop fooling around. Fine, let me rephrase it. Guys, let's go and win that tournament together. Happy?
Well, isn't this a delightful turn of events? And now let me show you how to navigate the Ethereum Wars player terminal. Right this way, please.
Okay. I was waiting to get out of it, but it seems like if we just go a little bit further, we will...
Looks good.
Be done. Okay. 5 treasure chests in this area. Oh, there's another one. 3 more. Why is this grizzly purple? Oh, it's probably one of the summons, right? The Aether spirits. Yeah, all of these spirits are all like purple hologram looking things. Our Warp Trotter is definitely not looking like that. Alright, we're just missing one now.
This is the Ethereum Wars player terminal. Give it a try.
I love his voice though. If you want to qualify for the championship, you must prove your potential in the festival. Head to the various victory zones across the cosmos and complete the trials to earn all the mastery marks. When challenging the victory zone, we have also prepared some missions for the Trailblazers. Completing them missions will raise your victory rating. You can familiar yourself with the relevant functions in the terminal anytime afterwards. For now, exit the terminal and experience the festival.
It seems kinda complicated. Have you got the hang of it yet? Pretty impressive. So if we encounter any problems, we'll know who to turn to for help.
To participate in the tournament championship, make your way to the various victory zones and increase your victory rating. Complete the trials in each victory zone to earn all of the mastery marks. Please excuse me if you may. I have a few other facilities to inspect to ensure the festival runs smoothly. If you have any problems, the staff at the service hall will be more than happy to assist you. I wish you all a memorable festival. Farewell for now, dear friends.
Okay, looks like we've learned all the essentials. Let the fun begin. Let's head towards the first victory zone. Corridor of Fading Echoes.
Okay, so if this is anything... I'll click on it just so we can look at it. So if this is... No. Oh shoot, it won't let me out. Okay, so if this is anything like the museum bit, look at him. Oh, and we actually do, like, level him up. And we level up his skills, too. Oh my gosh, that's kind of cool. But anyway, so what I was saying is we'll have, like, missions that we'll have to take breaks for, to be able to get new characters, and it looks like the different, like, fighting levels and stuff like that. Usually I like to do events like this on screen, but we just do not have the time for that if we intend to do it before. Now, I know this event is one of the ones that, like, even if you don't do it right now, it's gonna keep going on even afterwards. Oh, you can get, like... You can get a character. That's nifty. But I would love to do it on, but I'm just concerned to wait because I know we'll be able to do it afterwards. Like, it's not gonna go away because it's one of these guys. The countdown makes me anxious. But I'll hold off. I won't do this while you all aren't here. So we'll probably be doing the majority of this, do I have enough for a 10 pull? Ooh, we have a lot more of that. Well, we could on the limited banner. Let's see if we can max out Himiko then. Get her up to level 80. Bam. Perfect. And then I don't have a good light cone for her yet. I don't have her 4-star or her 5-star, so... Oh, I wonder if her... Actually, I wonder if that, since we're about to get the battle pass, she's Erudition. Let's see. This is a March one. It's not Himiko. I remembered Himiko being on this, so I was like, oh, is this Himiko's 4-star one? But it's not. We have this one. We have this one. It's currently on my Danhang. We have that one. This is Jilu's 4-star. We already have March's card, so we don't need that one. That one's pretty cool. I'll probably end up getting this one because I need, this is the card for, the little sister. But anyway, I'll hold off on doing this, but this is probably what we are going to do since all of Sunday. Since this event ends in like 6 days, so... I might even try and pop in for Saturday to see if we can do at least an hour of streaming. But thank you all so much for joining me on this late time stream. I hope you all have, for those of you that it is late, I hope you have a good sleep tonight. For those that you're starting up in the morning, I hope your day's good and you get anything you want to accomplished and in an efficient manner. So have a nice day and goodbye.